Attention. 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 Attention.
Nobody here yet. I see 0. There's 3.
Attention. 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 Attention.
Next week, an evil space ruler seeks the services of a doctor.
Oh, it's gonna be a big night tonight. Hit that curtain!
We welcome you to Guitar Talk Universe.
Attention. Attention. Attention.
Well, what can you say?
Wow,
You're just gonna zoom in.
we're really good at this. Remove from studio. Okay, there we go.
Who did you remove?
I had to remove the attention guy.
Oh, okay. You want to play something? Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Mimo, 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 Mimo. Yeah? No?
I was just getting ready to do the R2.
Were you? Yeah, didn't you do it already?
Yeah, but I was going to do it again because Randy's here.
Oh, is he?
And
Really?
Randy says nobody misses the the Yaya on the RP360.
Well, apparently Kurt does.
Father Kurt, how's it going by?
Mind you, Randy didn't like the Fender, Mega Stomp or whatever. It's called.
The Turd Master Pro? Is that what that? Is that what
Whatever it was.
Is that what that is?
I
All I know is there was this line from The Sopranos. It's got to go.
wonder if he bought a left-handed one.
He probably bought one like from Canada, so it was the metric system, and he couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, that's right. So in other words, what you're saying was it was too good.
That goddamn Yamaha thing of his,
I know.
that sounds pretty damn good to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, that's what do you think? That's not just that Yamaha. Are you running through software or? Oh, the Turd Master. I'm sorry, I got that wrong.
Yeah. Hey, okay, so who's in here? We got Brendan, we got Randy, we got Sandra, we got Kurt, we've got Joy. Right on. Who else we got?
We got Brendan, who's actually, I have his initials tattooed on my wrist. That's a long story. We've been seeing each other for many years, so. But,
Oh, is that what Sandra's talking about where she mentions the butt cheeks?
that's Brendan Butt Cheeks. He's the one that makes the shovel, 3-string shovel thing, a jammer thingamajigger, guitar thing.
Are you trying to say cigar box? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but he makes those, and he makes the shovel thing too, because he made like a.
Oh, as in the ones that are actually made out of a shovel. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
He actually made that the
Not a
EDA
not a Chevelle.
Stripe series one too.
Well, of course. Who doesn't have one of those?
Okay, that's just straight into the
Yeah.
roadcast.
Yeah, he had to figure out the stereo pairing of the two of the tracks on the Roadcaster, and once he had that, it was happening.
I did offer to send him the Digitech up there. He told me to shut up.
Well, he knows that's too complicated, right?
He said, I already have a doorstop. Oh.
Man, oh man. Let me just tune my Hot Wheels here.
So anything exciting in the future? I will not be getting one of the purple 3-channel preamp Soldano thingies. I did not. I think everybody else got one, but I didn't get one.
Well, I mean, let's face it. I think the MX-5 is good enough. Do you know what I'm saying?
And if I would sit down and
Randy just admitted it. He says he can't handle the RP360 because there's too much power.
his computer probably can't handle it. Yeah, John Five's got one of Butt Cheeks guitars.
Yeah, that's true.
At the end of the day, I'm not gigging live. I'm playing on YouTube for the love of Mike. I'm not gonna.
Are you sure you're not gigging?
$20,000. If I was gigging still, I'd still be using a 50-watt tube head and a 412, and just that's about it.
Fubar's here. So I'm guessing that means everything's snafu now.
That is actually fucked up beyond all reason.
Yeah, I thought it was all recognition, but there you go.
I think Shaving Ryan's Privates called it beyond all reason.
Okay.
It's not good.
No. Although it was a good movie. Oh, Fubar says I'm right. So there.
Yeah.
And if somebody called Fubar says I'm right, I'm going with it.
Attention.
I got to play this because Sandra made this up in about 4 minutes, and it's the greatest thing ever.
Attention.
next week, an evil space ruler seeks the services of a doctor.
Oh, it's gonna be a big night tonight. Hit that curtain.
We welcome you to Guitar Talk Universe.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Hey, All Dave, All Night is here.
We will not
I believe
be
you have to
having-
say it like that.
Apparently, we suck, and Sandra wants somebody else on here.
Yeah, I know. It's like, if I'm going to watch this, there better be somebody good.
You know, I was thinking about this on the way home from. I'm not going to say where I went, but the parking lot feels good in my buttock.
Hey, John's here. John Deshane. Don Deshane. It sounds almost the same. You say Don Deshane. It's almost the same.
Yo.
Yo.
So yeah, we've kind of not really a little bit maybe talked about having somebody on, but we got like I already told Randy Price, you're on the list, bruh.
Yeah. The hit list.
But we want people to come on and not just be the same old, hey, we're gonna play
No.
but give us some useful technique. How do you do this? Everything from gear to, like, Randy sent me some pickups and didn't tell me it would take 5 hours to put them in a guitar.
Yeah.
He's still laughing about that. I know
Should have
he
taken
is.
4 hours and 20 minutes, shouldn't it?
420, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to turn my tire up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, there we go.
But turn your tire up.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me present you, and you can show your. There you go.
Ooh.
It's got a Hot Wheels tire on it.
Hasn't everybody got one of these? Anyway, so what are we going to talk about today, Q? We're going to talk about something that you actually talked about last week. You preempted this. So, yeah. You talked about the little power chords and the hopping around the fretboard real easy. So, could you pull up the original thing for the fretboard? You got that, I think?
Yeah, we worked on this earlier.
Yeah, you had this down. I seem to remember. And it's really slick. I like the way you do it. Like, it's like, as soon as I say it, it's there. There we go. All right, so last week we were talking about sort of learning the notes of the fretboard, and now we're going to give you like a practical application for this. One of the most common chord progressions is known as a 1-4-5, and I'll explain that in a second, but they're often referred to as, oh, that song's just a 3-chord trick. It's almost kind of like treated as a little bit dismissive, but it actually it's like it opens the doors like crazily. It's amazing. So I'm going to show you a little something. So if I could come back on camera there, Q. Oh, I saw that little cursor move around. That was really exciting. My volume knob's bigger than the tires on your Hyundai, he says. Probably got more tread on them. Oh no, you got new ones, didn't you? Anyway, so I'm gonna do this. Like I'm not imitating a bad surfer or a VW driver. So 1-4-5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is one of these examples where that idea that I said last week about the idea if you know your alphabet from A to G and you can count to 8, a lot of this sort of basic level music theory just is so straightforward. It's simple math. So if we say, let's say our first chord is an A. So we're strumming an A chord. And we want to know 2 chords that will go with it and sound cool. So quite simply, if we count the alphabet, so A, B, C, D, E, we only want the first, the fourth, and the fifth. So the B and the C disappear, and we've got A, D, and E. And that gives us these 3 chords. With some nice delay on it. I like that. So it doesn't matter what order I play those 3 chords in, they sound good together. The wah was just for John there because he's a little bit addicted to it. So if you notice, I changed the order of those chords about 4 times, and if you just keep going, it's like playing 300 greatest hits of the 60s. And they just work. And it doesn't matter what your starting chord is. You can use that little counting on your fingers thing to figure out what they are. So let's say we started on a G chord. So G, we start again on A, B, C, D. So G, C, D. Wild thing reappears, right? So that's how easy it is. We were starting on E, E, F, G, A, B. So once we get to G, we start again. So G, A, B. All right, so it just reappears magically. And if you noticed, I use these little cute little movable 2-finger chords, and that's what we're going to talk about. So if you could bring up the first page of the simple chord progressions there, Q. And anybody see the weather today? That was quite something. Oh, there it is. So 1-4-5s. And the cool thing about this is we can use these simple chord shapes. So if you can scroll down a little bit there, Q. There you go. So these 2 shapes here, first finger on whatever fret you like, does not matter, and just your 3rd finger laying across the next 2. And they move around. And wherever your index finger is, that is the root or name note of the chord. So playing the 5th fret here on the low E string, E, F, G, A, it's an A chord. And if I play a regular A chord, you'll hear the similarity. Play a D chord. G chord. So you can see they substitute in for the quote-unquote proper chords. And we also have the same shape starting from the 5th string. And if Q could bring up the fretboard map again. Yeah, not that one. The other one.
Don't stress me out.
It's all right. I didn't coach him on this. It's just happening on the fly as far as he's concerned.
Wait, where'd it go?
Did you delete it?
Oh, there we go.
What'd you do with it?
I don't know, man.
You did delete it, didn't you? There you go. All right. So that 1-4-5 thing on the fingers just happens to fall beautifully on the fretboard. So if we're playing A, 5th fret or the low E string, very conveniently, the D, the 4 of this counting, is on the same fret on the next string.
Holy crap.
And then the E is 2 frets up. So it makes a little 7 shape. So, just playing one note, here's Wild Thing again.
Hold on. Okay, do that again.
All right. So 5th fret, D, and then up 2 to E. So if I then add my other finger, there's the little power chord, and then we get? Well, there. Now, the beauty of this is that if you want to play it in a different key, a different register, all you got to do is, like, let's say you're trying to sing this and it's too high. You're like, oh, can't sing that high. So just move down a fret at a time until you hit a chord where you go, oh yeah, I can sing that. Yeah, I can sing that. So you just make the same movements starting from there. And then if I want to go lower still. Or higher. It's the same physical movements all the time. So you don't need to learn anything else physically other than to know how those three notes fall on the fretboard. And you can play it anywhere, even if it's not, like 5th fret is A, 3rd fret is G, but what if you want to start on the 4th fret? Works just the same. It doesn't care that you're now playing G sharp or A flat. It doesn't care. Your physical side of it is identical regardless of the key. And you now have, at your fingertips, a billion songs. It's ridiculous, So, yeah. Where you gone, Q? There you is. There you go. You got anything to add to that?
Okay. A lot of people say, just play a 1-4-5. What the hell's a 1-4-5?
Yeah, I think I just explained it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna explain it a different way. Okay.
Yeah.
If you you have to know a 3-note per string. Well, you have to know a major scale, but a 3-note per string major scale's so much easier. So let me present myself. Okay, so 3-note per string. So it's every other fret on the E string, every other fret here, and then pull your first finger up one. So from G, right? So a 1-4-5, and this is going to be stupid. It's stupid simple. I'm playing 8 notes, right? So, and the 8th note can also be called a 1 because it's the octave, right? So a 1-4-5 is the first note of a 3-note per string major scale, the 4th, and the 5th. So G, C, D. So a flatted 5th is just that 5th note, you flat it 1, you go back 1. So a 1-4-5 in G is G, 4, 5. So G, C, and D.
And there's that little 7 shape again on the fretboard.
Yeah, exactly. So a 1-4-5 in A is the same thing. 1, 4, 5.
Yep. Yeah. Just a different way to, like I said, I did counting on the fingers. You're counting out the scale. It's the same result and gives us the same shape on the fretboard. So whichever way it makes more sense to you, you can kind of reference it how you want, as long as you get the right answers, right? So,
Dave, I don't think we're talking about the same thing, but I appreciate the comment there. Okay. Now, you see a lot of people playing power chords with the 4th finger. Right? Your first finger and your little finger are always the same note. Right? So a G, a D, and another G note. So a C is just the same thing. Your first finger, little finger, the same note. If you move it down one, because of the way the guitar's tuned, you got to slide your little finger up one. Also, with this third position chord, I like to reach up and grab that note, the string above it, which is the same as my third finger. So I'm just playing two notes there, but those are your basic power chords. Now, a lot of people say, well, play an A5. The fuck's an A5? You're playing an A note, and then that note is the fifth note of the major scale. So that's an A5, G sharp 5. I'm not going to call it an A flat 5. G5, F sharp 5, F5.
Yeah. And again, it's like I say, it's the same result as counting on your fingers. It gives you those two notes. Yeah.
And it's it's different ways that each of us look at things, that if you can understand what Steve says but not what I said, hopefully you want to
throw
learn
the next page,
the basics. Oh God, I got to do something.
Yeah. Should be that one. All right. So the shape that you just played, there it is. And we got a fourth one. So we can take the root note idea. We can go. And again, your first finger is always like the root or name note of the chord. So if I want to play in A, and as Q very rightly says, that upper note is another A, I could start from there. And I could play Wild Thing starting with these two shapes from here. It's the same relationship, the same movements, just starting from the next A.
Okay, play that third position power chord. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, don't move it. Do you see where Steve's third and fourth finger are playing this note and this note out of a D shape? So the D sharp E, F sharp G. So he's just playing this, like he could get his third finger in there and play that D shape. You see what I'm saying?
I could. I'm not gonna. Still not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it? Okay.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Yeah. Because I don't wanna. Ain't gonna. Don't wanna. I might belch.
So one thing, does anybody have any questions? We don't want. Hold on, Herb. No.
And we could, but we're not gonna.
So what we would like is people in the chat, dude, ask questions. If you don't know, you don't. How else are you going to learn? What's
anything that either of us have said that just like either A, makes no sense to you whatsoever, or B, makes you think about something. You're like, oh, okay, so that's how that thing that I didn't understand works. Like tell us about that. Like, yeah,
because we want to know what you guys don't know or are uncomfortable with, or how do you just play all these songs and somebody just calls out a key and you know where to go? Well, first of all, we've been playing for a long time, and at least on my side, I do hit a lot of jazz notes. Call those passing tones.
Anything can be explained, no matter how wrong it is.
Well, Herb, when it comes to like Rick Beato, I'm a musical idiot. And it doesn't need to be that complicated. God.
Well, absolutely not. Absolutely. And I mean, I've taught people over the years, like I've had students with like bachelor's degrees in music, but they don't know how to apply it to an instrument.
Wow.
So, like they've got all the musical theory and the harmony knowledge and all that sort of thing. But then when it actually becomes to mechanically applying it to something, they're lost because they haven't had that sort of practical application in their studies, kind of thing. So
I'll give you an example of everybody knows, I think, that basic pentatonic, right?
so what's that?
Okay, I use a lot of patterns when I play, so I know that, like covering these 4 frets, I know on the E and A string, these 2 notes right here are good, and these 2 notes right here on these 2, the B and E string, are good. Okay, so I can go from here. So I've covered a lot of distance there, and I'm only using my 1st and 3rd finger. And then I can do stuff like,
Well, let me expand on that idea a little bit more for you. So you started off with this shape. And that's the notes of G, A, C, D, and E. Now, if I start on the next G, exactly the same shape. And then I can go to the next G. So as Q said, 2 fingers, 1 and 3. Can't do that very well. And it is the same thing 3 times. So,
yeah.
I mean, I understand the musical thing, but it, like in terms of the physicality of it, it is one pattern, and you just need to know where to start it.
Like Steve played it right here. Right, so that tells me I can play so I'm pretty good at about 1, 2, 4. About 1, 3, 4. I cannot do that. I'll cheat and do a 1, 2, 3. But it's all what you're comfortable with. But it's visually, I'm doing all of that in the key of A, and if Steve says, well, the song's in C or C sharp, okay, that just tells me, gives me different dots to look at.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So Herb, I mean, do you have any questions?
And the thing about the guitar, I think you all know this, from the nut to the 12th fret, this is the exact same thing as this. It's just squeezed in a little bit tighter. So this first dot after the nut on the E string is a G note. This dot after the 12th fret is a G note. And it just, this repeats the same thing. Just...
Yep, you only need to learn half of it.
In the expensive part of the neighborhood, as they say.
Yeah. All right. You want to jam another track and we'll call it a night?
Yeah, the World Series is on, and Steve and I both want to watch the game.
What's it in? Five-a-side full contact crochet?
It's, I don't know. They have a stick and then they run, and I don't know. I'm a pretty big ball sports guy. I don't know if y'all knew that.
No idea. Hang on, let's see what we got.
Yeah, but a lot of this show is just answering questions. That's the main thing is if y'all don't know, ask. Dude, you can send us private messages if you're...
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we don't want anybody to ever... Well, that's probably a stupid question. If you don't know, how are you going to learn? And that's what we're here for. The entire community is really good at that.
Well, it's like you said last week, that there are no stupid questions. No stupid questions.
Well, I don't know. I've asked a couple.
Well, that's true, but that's you. You want to do something in E minor? Have you ever played in E minor before?
Oh God, let me pull up a Google fretboard map and
Yeah, do.
let me turn my auto tune on. That always helps.
All right. Let me cue this up.
Aha! I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Let me mute my mic before. Hold on, stop it. Hold on. What? Pickles is prostate with the Ryobi Power Drill with diamond tip for you. Oh dear Lord. Fodder jams! I was in your parking lot today, but we won't talk about that. Thanks for the $4.99, brah. All right, we're going to rock some Slipknot here. All right, go ahead.
Not Slip, I think is what we're going to play. I've lost it. Where'd it go? All right, you ready?
Yes,
I started the last one. You can start this one. Oh, it is me. All right. all of those. And other things. Well, the chat's getting carried away. We should run away. You're very muted. Did you know that? Did you say anything funny or interesting? In which case,
it was really important what I said, though. And
yeah.
you were getting all widdly. So, you know, when Steve's starting to rip, I got to do something. I got to pull out the Bic. I got to do the R2. I got to do the over something because he's like, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Matt Roloff. Who's Matt Roloff? I'm going to show my ignorance now.
I don't know. Where do you see him?
Apparently, I have one of those. I have a Matt Roloff axe, according to Bona Jams. I don't know what that is. I bet my coolness is dwindling in his eyes right now.
Yeah, apparently they're more interested in the baseball game than us.
No, I think she's asking about how many times we actually played in pitch. But it's probably 6, maybe. All righty. Let's get out of here.
All right, kids. Thanks for coming in. We don't have an outro video. We got to...
No, we'll have to work that out.
Yeah.
Could just be you standing up and your pants falling down. I don't know.
I am currently wearing pants, though.
Well, there you go. Good for you. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the very kind words in chat. And we'll be back at the same bat time, same bat channel, same bat day of the week.
Steve, make sure to,
Yeah, I'm doing the thing right now.
I'm trying to